In 1996, the Morgan Nick Foundation was founded by Colleen Nick after her daughter Morgan went missing in June of 1995. Let's go inside and meet with Colleen about her story as we hear about the wonderful work that this organization does in the community to help other families in need.
So in June of 1995, Morgan and I came to Alma with some friends to watch their children play in a Little League baseball game. We attended the game that night, and at the very end of the game, Morgan went to catch fireflies with the other children, and while they were catching fireflies, Morgan was kidnapped. Someone took her from that ball field that night.
Today for any clues to her disappearance.
You know, it became the largest manhunt that the state of Arkansas has ever seen.
Also, the community has turned out by the hundreds. A lot of volunteers.
And we have had tremendous resources, you know, FBI, U.S. Marshals, state police, local law enforcement, the Alma Police Department, and just such incredible resources over the years. And Morgan's case is still not solved. We are coming up on the 25-year anniversary of Morgan being gone, and we are still fighting. You know, when Morgan was first missing, our fight and our search was just for her. We had no vision to do this, the Morgan Nick Foundation, but as we were fighting for her, we began to encounter other families who were in the same fight for someone that they loved, and started getting asked to come out and speak to churches and do some education, and ended up starting the Morgan Nick Foundation as a way to do all of those things, but also as a way to honor Morgan. When something so tragic happens, there's this deep need to do something that says, my child has value, she is important, and she counts. And for me, this was a way to do that. And so we started a nonprofit organization, the Morgan Nick Foundation, in September of 1996. And so we've been working for 24 years to try to assist other families when their child is missing, to do education in the schools, to fight for legislation that protects the rights of children. We just moved into this new facility last summer in 2019. Up until now, we've only ever served families with missing children. We've not had money or resources or the support to serve missing adults. But this last year, we received a grant that allowed us to begin serving missing adults and their families, providing resources. So now we work with all of the counties, all 75 counties in Arkansas, with the sheriff's departments and the police departments to provide those resources to missing adults as well as missing children and their families.
I go out and speak with students, with schools, with any community organization that wants to learn more about some of the issues with sex trafficking, human trafficking, internet safety, those kinds of things, personal safety. I also meet with businesses that want to educate their employees, nurses, doctors, hotels, any organization or business that feels they might have a direct link to some of the real-world issues going on today that are really affecting our children and their safety. So we do a lot of education because we believe here at the foundation that education is the best prevention. It's the best way to keep children safe, is to educate them, help them learn to make good choices and positive choices in their life to keep them safe. We'd much rather do that than to have to make a poster where we're searching for them and trying to get them back home. So that's a really important factor here for us, is to educate as many children as we can, which is why we hired 2 new field educators so that we can have a larger reach than what we've been able to have in the past.
I'm a case manager here at the Morgan Nick Foundation. Our job as case managers is to work closely with the families and law enforcement on each and every missing persons case in the whole state of Arkansas. All 75 counties of Arkansas we cover. There are four case managers here. And each one of us, we've divided up the counties, and we work with the law enforcement in those counties. We make contact with the family when their loved ones are missing, and we just kind of work through the process with them. There hasn't been a lot of resources previously for missing adults, and so we're trying to fill that gap there and be with these families and walk them through what they're going to go through and the steps and the process of dealing with law enforcement and media, and maybe some of the questions that they have we'll try to answer and get them all the resources that we have available to help them get through this trying time. After we've worked a case and we successfully find someone and they come home, we love to celebrate that here at the Morgan Nick Foundation. So we are so excited to be able to welcome home our people that have been missing. So we have a welcome home wall here, and everyone's poster gets put up, and we love to invite people from the community here, and we ring the bell to signify that they are home and that they have been located, and to signify the end and be able to close that case. And we love to put their photo up here on the wall, and we keep those things displayed here all the time so that we can just always have a reminder as we walk past the welcome home wall that what we're doing is making a difference, and we're bringing these people home. Even though some of our cases are really tough and really long and drawn out, these people do come home. So we love to celebrate that here with our welcome home wall.
You know, it's really about all of us coming together, everybody doing what it is they can do. You know, we talk a lot around here about everyday heroes, but an everyday hero is really just someone doing whatever they can do in that moment to help another person. It doesn't have to be a big heroic deed. It doesn't have to be running into a burning building. It's just whatever the need is in front of you. When you see that, if you can give a part of yourself to help with that, that's what an everyday hero is. And because we have all those everyday heroes like Steve and Becky Gann, who put us in this building, we have this welcome home board with all of these children and all of these missing adults that we've been able to welcome back home from the work that is happening within the walls of this building. In 100 years, it will not matter the kind of clothes I wore, the size of my bank account, or the type of house that I lived in, but the world may be different because I was important in the life of a child. That is our goal here, is to be important in the lives of children and adults when they need somebody to stand up for them.